Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is 2411 and welcome to a brand new updated Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile. Today I'm just going to be showing you all the cards I have in my deck, but I also want to hear some suggestions for what you guys think I should add to my deck. So now, before suggesting cards, keep in mind this is a roleplay. It is supposed to be entertaining. It is not supposed to be a quick 2-minute duel that like has all the 40 cards that come out every single episode, because that would get very boring for you guys. So that's why we have a bunch of we have a ton of cards. I know, and typically in a Yu-Gi-Oh actual Yu-Gi-Oh duel or whatever, you only want to have like what, 40 cards, the minimum, and you obviously don't want to have all the spell and trap cards that I have and have better monsters than what I have. But just keep in mind this is for roleplay. So yeah. Anyways, I'm just gonna show you guys some cards that I have, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm like considering adding to the deck in the future of the roleplay, and then I'll let you guys go ahead and do some suggestions as well. So to start off, I had the Gene War Borov. He was an original from the first deck that Richie sent me. Richie actually, originally he made a Gladiator Beast deck for me. It has changed quite a bit since he sent it to me. But yeah, this is one of the originals. I think there was 2 of them in here. I only have 1 now to make room for more spell and traps. Then we have 2 Gladiator Beast Handles. We had 3 of them, but I took 1 out because we only needed 2 for the Rescue Rabbit. But if you have 1 in the graveyard or 1 in your hand, he's pretty much ruined. Actually, he's ruined no matter what. You just basically cannot activate his ability whatsoever. But then we have a Soul Tiger. Again, I could switch him out for just a normal Gladiator Beast, but I love the Soul Tiger. He's cool. Then we have the Gladiator Beast Augustus. He's basically our quote-unquote ace card. Well, he's like, my deck's kind of weird. Usually people have 1 ace card that they like to run. Like Zyla has the Tyranno Infinity. I guess Richie's Dark Magician, or is it Blue Eye? I don't know. Richie's is kind of all over the place. But yeah, usually people just have 1 of those cards. I kind of have 2. But yeah, I have Gladiator Beast Augustus. He's probably one of my favorite cards in this deck. Then we have Gladiator Beast Octavius, another good monster. The only downside about this card is to keep him out, you have to destroy, or you have to discard a card in your hand, so it can get pretty bad. But he's good in a clutch situation. You can summon him, and you can target a face down spell or trap card. You gotta remember it's face down. Yeah. Then we have the Gladiator Beast Spartacus. This card's literally just in here just because of Xylo. This is like the one card me and Xylo both have in our decks. We both have a Spartacus. Oh, only monster that we have in their decks. But we both have Spartacus in our deck. He's obviously has to sacrifice. I can bring him out with Hoplamus, or I can just sacrifice as well. I don't usually sacrifice in my deck though. It's kind of weird to me. I don't usually do it. But yeah, Gladiator Beast Spartacus right there. He's not like terrible, but he's not really great whatsoever either. Then we have Hade Hane. This is a cool card. I really like this card. Basically, you have to sacrifice 1 monster for him. You put him down, face down, and once he's flipped up, you get to return 3 monsters on the field to the owner's hands. You can return your own monsters, I think, or you can return like the enemy's monsters. So it's really good card, really good. It's really good for like a pinch scenario where it's like, oh, all my cards, but he has 3 really good monsters on the field. But it can be difficult to get him out on the field, since you do have to have a monster there, so it takes 2 turns of summoning pretty much, unless you special summon, of course. Next up, we have 2 Gladiator Beast Laquaris. These guys have kind of been staples in my deck. They always come out, and they always doing work. They're always like my main little like pawns, basically. So they're really good cards for me, at least. Then we have Democry. I only have 1. I used to have 3 of them, I think, but he's not like the best card, and I don't even run Gladiator Beast Alexander anymore, so we only have 1 now. Next up, we have 2 Gladiator Beast with Stars. I really should consider adding this up to 3, because this is just absolutely insane. He has saved me so many times, like the Gladiator Beast Gazarius. He's a really good card. Plus, if you bring him out with a card, you can do the same thing Octavius can do by destroying a set spell or trap card. Actually, I don't even think that one has to be set. It could be anything. So it can save you quite a bit. Next up, I have the Giant Rat. I'm really not sure about this card because it can help me, but it can also hurt me quite a bit. Basically, I can special summon an Earth monster with 15 or less attack. So I only have a couple of those options. I think Hoplamus I can bring out. Yeah. I can bring out Rescue Rabbit. I can bring out Panda. And that's pretty much it. Oh, I can bring out Shibas too, I guess. But yeah, Giant Rat, kind of useful, kind of not. I'd be willing to replace him. But I do want the draw power that he has. I do like that draw power. Next up, we have 2 Glare Beast Hoplomus. This is basically our Soul Tiger. We used to have 3 Soul Tigers. I took out 2 of them, and I put 2 Hoplomuses in their place. It's basically the same thing, except if he's summoned by a Gladiator Beast, he goes with the 2400 defense, which is pretty good. Also, he's the only one that can bring out Spartacus. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that. Rescue Rabbit, you need 2 normal effect monsters like with the same name. So basically the only 2 I can bring out is Andal. I used to be able to bring out Soul Tigers, and I used to bring out 2 Gene Warp Werewolves, but I'd always bring out the Andals anyways. And that's just the lead of the combo with the story. Bring out both these guys. I could probably, actually from now on, what I should try doing, I should attack with both Andals, go into this main phase 2, and then fuse him into Esdari. I think that's a really good combo. I'm just not thinking of for some reason. But next up, we have 2 Gyakugara Pandas. This is like my ace card. It's like my mascot right here. This is also one of my favorite, if not my favorite card in Yugioh. I don't know why, I just really love this card. But basically, he gets 500 points of attack for every monster on the opponent's side of the field. So I like to couple that with the Ojama tokens, and of course, if they like to summon a bunch of monsters, and he also has piercing. He's a really, really good monster for me. Saved me a ton of times, and he's really good. So we have 2 of them. We also have a Gladiator Beast Marmillo. This guy is really cool. I really wish I could bring him out more often. So basically what he does is when he's summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast, he gets to destroy a monster on the field. So he is really, really, really good. And then next up we have the Drill Barnacle. I won him off of Rare Hunter. And I found this card out through Dark, actually. And this card paired with the Swords of Revealing Light, oh my, if this card can get going, you don't have a way to stop it, it's pretty much over. That's GG. The Drill Barnacle is absolutely insane, but due to that rule that he's like so insane, like we usually get really quick duels, and I rarely get to use him, sadly. But yeah, he's really, really good Drill Barnacle. Next up, we have 2 Shiba Warrior Taros. This is a new card I've added to my deck. 200 monsters. I really don't understand the Synchro and the Xyz. I understand Xyz a little bit easier. But I think Synchros, basically to bring them out. First up, so let's say I want to bring out this Natura Beast here. He's 5-star. I need 1 Earth Tuner and 1 non-Earth Tuner. So the Earth Tuner, he sees Earth, and he's also a tuner. So Shiba, I'd have to sacrifice him, and he has 2 stars. So to bring out Natura Beast, I need a monster with 3 stars to add up to 5. So I could sacrifice... It has to be an Earth monster as well. So I could sacrifice a Gyakugara Panda. I could... That's basically it, huh? That's really all I could use. So, yeah, I have to keep that in mind. I think I can go over, too. I'm not sure, though. But yeah, 2 Shibas. They're just really good cards in general, though. And they actually helped a lot with stalling out Xylo's deck, holding off his power. Next up, we have 2 Test Apes. Basically, they're just insurance. If this card gets destroyed, I can bring out a level 4 or lower Gladiator Beast monster from my deck. I want something like the Masked Dragon, but a beast. If you guys know that card, let me know. But the Test Ape, he's pretty good. I can bring out more Gladiator Beasts. Next up, we have the Key Mouse, another tuner. This one might actually be easier to use with Natura Beast. But yeah, if he's destroyed by battle, I get to add 1 level 3 or lower beast-type monster from my deck to the hand. So I could bring in a Gyakugara Panda. That's pretty much it. I could probably bring out some other stuff. I just don't really know what it is. Maybe I could bring out Shibas or Test Apes. But now we get into the spell and trap cards. I have Galaxy Cyclone, Galaxy Cyclone. Target 1 card in the field. It could destroy that, and then it could sit in your graveyard until a card comes face up on the, preferably on your opponent's side of the field, such as a field card or something. And I can activate it from the graveyard, banishing it. And then bam, we have another card destroyed. So it's an interesting card. I really like using it. Then we have Gladiator Proving Ground, just very simple. Lets me add a level 4 lower Gladiator Beast monster. Pot of Greed, everybody knows what that does. We got Swords of Revealing Light. Graceful Charity, which I actually won in the tournament of Battle City from Tiger. And Xylo pointed out to me, the duel was not scripted when we did the duel. What'd I do? Can I hit Control Z? Control Z. No. Hold on. Let's go there. I have a bunch of random decks that people like they've tried making improvements, and I just don't really like a bunch of them. But I have taken cards from everybody's decks. But Graceful Charity Zyla pointed out to me that like the duel was not scripted, but everybody said I was not going to be able to beat Tiger. I beat Tiger, and I was just thinking about what cards I could possibly use, and he said Graceful Charity. And then it kind of came to our minds after. Tiger didn't even intend it, but basically, Graceful Charity, he let me win as a gift of charity. He let me win was the joke. But obviously, he didn't actually. But just in case you guys are wondering. Then we got Mystical Space Typhoon, Twin Twister, Indomitable Gladiator Beast. This card comes in handy. It gives me 500 attack. And also, when it's in my graveyard, once I put 2 Gladiator Beast monsters, or like anything with its Gladiator Beasts, so like the Battle Shield and stuff like that, I can bring those cards back from the graveyard and put this card automatically back in my hand. 500 attacks quite a bit. Shrink is a pretty cool card. Brandon the Mighty. The Gladiator Beast Battle Shield. Basically, if it's going to destroy one of my monsters, it's going to destroy the shield first. And then if they attack my monster again, then it'll destroy my monster. So basically, it gives them 2 lives. Then we got Axe of Despair. United We Stand. This card, I really like this card. I don't get to use it enough. But the equipped monster gains 800 attack and defense for each face-up monster you control. Basically, any monster can gain 4,000 attack. 800 times 5, because it counts the one monster that it's equipped to as well. So as long as your monsters are all face-up and they're on your side of the field, you get another 4,000 attack if you have your field full. Then we have the Coliseum Cage of the Gladiator Beast. This card, field card, gains 100 attack and a defense for every counter on this card. You basically get a card every time something special summons, so every time let's say I attack with a Quarry, then I bring out Augustus. That would give me an extra 100 attack and 100 defense. I haven't really been using it enough, but I'm probably going to I'm thinking about maybe adding one more of these just so we get to see it more often, but we'll see. Then we have Defensive Tactics. This card basically will protect battle damage and then go to the bottom of the deck. Then we have Boundless Trap Hole, Ojama Trio, like I was talking about earlier, it puts 3 Ojama tokens. Kunai with Chain, Draining Shield, Mirror Force, Sakuretsu Armor, Dust Tornado, Dimensional Prison, Widespread Ruin. Those are a bunch of my main, actually, basically it's all of my trap cards, all my main ones that do damage. Everybody's scared of them, because I have every single one that was in our Battle City, like, rule list, ban list thing. I have every single one from there. But we have Jarl Greed, Scrap Iron Scarecrow, Jareth Avarice. That's a pretty good one. That one helps me out. I don't ever get to really use it on video, though. We also have Shadow Spell, Solemn Wishes, Needle Wall, Nightmare Wheel, Negate Attack, and Dark Bribe. In the extra deck, we have Gladiator Beast Heraclinos, which is Laquari, 2 Gladiator Beasts. Neurakius, which is just 3 Gladiator Beast monsters. Gladiator Beast Gaiodias, something like that. It's basically Spartacus's fusion. Then we have 2 Gazariuses, which you guys know him, he's helped me out a bunch. 2 Asdaris, and then our current deck only has 1 Xyz in it, which is the Diamond Direwolf. I got him, I think, from the shopkeeper. Sorry if you guys heard the pretzels. I don't know why I threw it around. But yeah, he can. I can detach 1 material from him, 1 monster on my side of the field, and destroy any other monster on the field. He can be pretty helpful. But yeah, the side deck here, I've been using just his cards I'm keeping my eye on that I might use in the future. But Goldfax of the Nordic Beast, he's one I've been looking at. Then we have Shiba. Actually, I can take him out. We have Sea Koala. Once per turn, if another beast-type monster, you can reduce the attack of 1 monster your opponent controls. You guys can read. But he's kind of interesting. I don't know if there's any room for him, though. Then we have a Koala. I don't think I'm going to be using this card because that would mean I'd have to add a polymerization to my deck just for 1 potential fusion. Then the Synchros I've been looking at. We have Leo, the Keeper of the Sacred Tree. Celestial Wolflord Blue Sirius. Thunder Unicorn. And Natura Beast. Those are some cool synchros I've looked at. There's probably more. If you guys know any, let me know, because that's something I've been struggling on. Then we have Sumo King Dogs and 1 more Xyz we could possibly add. I don't have any more potential options, though, so you guys have to let me know some more of those. And also a couple more spell cards. Nothing, I don't even think these will really be used. But Pot of Avidity and Swords of Concealing Light. But yeah, that's basically my deck right now, so let me know what you guys want to see in it in the future. Any good cards that you think could add to the flow and make the role plays more interesting. spice up the duels a little bit because they are starting to get a little bit boring since we're just using the same cards. So I want to add some more cards for you guys, such as these Xyz and these Synchros. Plus, I don't really know enough about them, so I need your guys' help. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to comment down below. If you guys are new, make sure you subscribe. I post the Yu-Gi-Oh roleplay, but I'm also doing more roleplays very, very soon. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.